Liverpool are set to open talks with PSG over the potential signing of Bradley Barcola. After preliminary talks with his representatives, Liverpool have prepared an opening offer and are set to make an official approach. The winger has been a priority area for Liverpool ever since Mo Salah's departure. The 23-year-old has 2 years left in his PSG contract and has indicated he will not be signing a new one amid frustrations and a lack of game time. The opportunity to join Liverpool is said to appeal to the player. However, he's valued £145 million.
Liverpool's pursuit of Bradley Barcola has entered another fascinating stage, with the French winger reportedly giving the Reds a major boost in their efforts to bring him to Anfield. The 23-year-old Paris Saint-Germain attacker has emerged as one of Liverpool's most closely watched targets of the summer, and recent reports suggest that the player has given his principal agreement to a move to Merseyside. However, supporters should be clear that this does not mean the transfer has been completed. Liverpool and PSG still have significant work to do before a deal can be officially concluded. The latest development has understandably generated enormous excitement among Liverpool supporters. According to L'Equipe, Barcola has spoken with Liverpool officials and new head coach Iraola, with those discussions helping convince the French international that Liverpool could be the right destination for the next stage of his career. Barcola is reportedly attracted by the sporting project being developed at Anfield and is believed to have given Liverpool an initial agreement in principle. Importantly, there is still no final contractual agreement between the player and Liverpool, meaning the saga remains very much alive. That distinction is important because transfer negotiations can change rapidly. A player's willingness to join a club is a major step, but the buying and selling clubs must still reach an agreement over the transfer fee and payment structure. For Liverpool, however, getting the player's preference could prove extremely valuable. One of the most intriguing elements of the story is the reported involvement of Iraola. Liverpool's new head coach has reportedly spoken directly with Barcola, giving the French winger an opportunity to understand exactly how he could fit into Iraola'S tactical plans. That conversation could be extremely important. Barcola is a player whose biggest strengths include acceleration, direct running, 1-versus-1 ability, and the capacity to attack space behind defenders. Those qualities could make him particularly attractive to a Liverpool side looking to develop a dynamic attacking identity under Iraola. Rather than simply being another expensive signing, Barcola could potentially become an important component of the new Liverpool project. Iraola therefore has an opportunity to explain not only what Liverpool represents as a football club, but also what role Barcola could play on the pitch. Why Liverpool want Barcola? Liverpool's interest in Barcola is not new. The club has reportedly been monitoring the winger for some time, and previous reports have described him as a major attacking target. Liverpool's official website has also reproduced media reports about the club's pursuit of the French international. Barcola offers something that every elite Premier League team wants: explosive pace combined with technical quality. His ability to receive the ball wide, drive at defenders, and rapidly change direction makes him difficult to contain. He can operate from the wing, but also has the flexibility to move into central attacking areas. For Liverpool, that versatility could be particularly useful. The Reds are entering a new era and need attacking players capable of producing immediately while also possessing the potential to develop further over several seasons. At 23, Barcola fits that profile. The biggest obstacle remains Paris Saint-Germain. Although reports suggest that PSG are now more open to the possibility of Barcola leaving, the French club are still demanding a significant financial package. Sky Sports reported recently that there had been no club-to-club contact at that stage, highlighting just how complicated the negotiations remain. Other reports have suggested that PSG's valuation could be extraordinarily high, with figures in excess of £100 million being discussed. That creates an enormous question for Liverpool. Are the Reds prepared to spend a huge amount of money on Barcola? And if they are, how far are they willing to push negotiations? Liverpool may have an advantage because the player reportedly prefers the move, but PSG still control his contract. Barcola remains under contract with the French champions until 2028, meaning Liverpool cannot simply negotiate directly with the player and expect the transfer to happen. The two clubs must still reach an agreement. If Liverpool eventually complete the deal, Barcola would represent a major statement of intent. The Reds have already been rebuilding their squad, and the arrival of a young French international with experience at the highest level would add another dimension to the attack. Barcola has played Champions League football with PSG and has experience operating under enormous pressure. That experience could be invaluable at Anfield. Liverpool supporters know that expectations are different at a club competing for the Premier League and Champions League. Every new signing is expected to perform under pressure, and Barcola would arrive with considerable attention surrounding him. But that pressure could also bring opportunity. Anfield has a long history of embracing explosive attacking players, and a winger capable of beating defenders and creating moments of excitement could quickly become a favorite among the COP. This is where the transfer becomes particularly interesting. There is a major difference between Barcola wanting Liverpool and Liverpool being willing to meet PSG's financial demands. The reported valuation has varied significantly across different sources, and supporters should therefore be cautious about treating any particular fee as confirmed. Liverpool's hierarchy will have to determine whether Barcola represents value at PSG's asking price. The club will also need to consider other positions that require strengthening. Spending an enormous amount on one attacker could affect the club's ability to recruit elsewhere. This is why negotiations could potentially take time. Liverpool may want Barcola. Barcola may want Liverpool. But football transfers ultimately require three sides to reach an agreement: the player, the selling club, and the buying club. The Premier League is physically demanding, but Barcola's pace could give him a major advantage. Against teams that defend with a high line, his ability to attack space could be devastating. Against deep defensive blocks, his one-on-one ability could provide Liverpool with another method of breaking opponents down. And when Liverpool regained possession quickly, Barcola's acceleration could allow him to become an immediate counter-attacking threat. This is perhaps one of the most exciting aspects of the potential transfer. Liverpool would not simply be signing a winger who stays glued to the touchline. They could be acquiring an attacker capable of changing the speed of a match. The next major step is for Liverpool and PSG to negotiate seriously over the transfer fee. Recent reporting indicates that discussions between the clubs have begun, while PSG's financial demands remain a significant obstacle. That means Liverpool supporters should resist the temptation to celebrate a completed transfer just yet. There is genuine momentum around the story, particularly because of Barcola's reported willingness to move to Anfield, but the final agreement remains outstanding. The coming weeks could therefore be crucial. If Liverpool can bridge the financial gap with PSG, the player's reported preference could help accelerate the negotiations. If the two clubs cannot agree, however, the situation could become considerably more complicated. There is no doubt that Barcola would be an exciting addition to Liverpool. His age, pace, technical ability, versatility, and experience at PSG make him an attractive target for a club looking to build for the future. More importantly, reports that he has given Liverpool an agreement in principle represent a significant development. But until the clubs reach a final agreement, supporters should treat the transfer as progressing rather than completed. For now, the message from Anfield is simple. Liverpool are pushing. Barcola is reportedly interested. Iraola has reportedly played a role in convincing him, and PSG remain the key obstacle. If Liverpool can finally unlock that final door, the arrival of Bradley Barcola could become one of the defining moments of the club's new era under Andoni Iraola. The excitement around Anfield is growing. The negotiations are continuing, and Liverpool fans will now be watching every development with one question in mind. Will Bradley Barcola finally become a Red?